Hi everyone. Today we are going to set up a knitting bag, like so. And it's for knitting, crocheting, and other crafts that I do. And this is what I put in my knitting bag. And we're going to start that in just a moment. Hi everyone. So today I decided it was a good day to organize my knitting bag. Now I haven't done videos for quite a little while, about 4 weeks, because I have had just a horrible cold. So this is my first video back, and in the time that I've been off, YouTube has decided that you have to, in order to get monetized, you have to have 1,000 subscribers, and you have to have 4,000 hours of view per year. And I'm just too small of a channel to do that, and I don't know if that's something I'm ever going to accomplish. And I have to admit that I was a bit upset about it when I found out about the changes. But I'm going to just keep making my videos, and hopefully you people keep watching. And if I, for some miraculous reason, actually hit those goals, well, that'll be awesome. But if it doesn't, I'm just doing this for me. And I'm going to apologize up front if I keep clearing my throat. I have been sick for 4 weeks. I have this virus, and it just does not want to go away. And I'm having quite a hard time with it, as you can hear. So, I refuse to be sick anymore. So, what I'm organizing is my knitting bag. Now, this is a little bag I got off of eBay, and I think I paid like $4 for it. And the first thing that every knitting bag needs is some darning needles. So I put my 2 darning needles right in the lining so that they're right near the top. I don't have to dig for them. And that's the first thing I put in. The other thing that I want to have in here is I make a lot of dog sweaters, and I want to start making dog sweaters with these, and they're called D-clip or D rings, and you use them so that you can clip the leash right onto the sweater, and then you don't have to have a harness or a collar. So that's one of the things that's going in my knitting bag. The other thing I like to have in my knitting bag is assorted safety eyes for when I do plushies. And I like to have snaps for when I make Barbie clothes. And I also like to have buttons, and I have quite a variety of buttons. And I just put them in a little bag. I have other buttons that I've rescued off of old shirts and different clips. I keep those in all together in a baggie. And then I just put that in the middle compartment of my craft bag. So, like I said, I'm cleaning up the craft bag because it got a little bit out of hand. Pardon me. So, the other thing I like to keep in there is, gosh, I've got a lot of buttons, don't I? The other thing I like to keep in there is my stitch markers Holy, let me finish off these buttons. Good Lord. These are still buttons and snaps. They all fell in the bottom. So I'm just organizing those real quickly. I always forget that I have my camera on this side and that I should be doing things left-handed because I'm normally right-handed, so that's a bit of a challenge for me. There we go. And then of course I've got crochet hooks, all different sizes. And needles and more needles. And, ooh, I got a vanilla MasterCard. I'll put that in a little compartment. Maybe it's still got some money on it. I'll have to check that out. So these little buttons I've gotten off of shirts that were like, you know, they have a holy sleeve or whatever the case may be. And I just rescue the buttons and then I keep them in my sewing kit. And if I'm making stuffy, or if I'm fixing a shirt or something and it needs a button, then I have quite a variety of buttons to pick from. And a lot of these buttons are neutral colors like browns and grays, so I could use them on on all kinds of colors of things. I'm sorry I'm coughing so much. I actually am not sick. I refuse to be sick anymore. I refuse. Do you think that works? I don't think that works. Okay. So, dear Lord. As you can see, there's also things in here that I've started and never finished. There we go. Okay. Oh, I even have a hair tie. Thread. Alright. Buttons, buttons, buttons. Safety pin. Embroidery floss. No, we don't keep that. Okay. So, we're going to finish up with these buttons. Crochet hooks. Holy cow. And stitch holders. Okay. So there we go. The last of those. Got a whole bunch of pins in here too with thread. Okay. So now I've got all these buttons and hooks and safety eyes and the likes, and I just put them in a big old baggy bag. Well, actually it's a sandwich size baggy bag, and I put them in the middle of the craft bag. Okay, so there we go. Then I need one measuring tape, and I'm going to put that in the little pocket. I have two others here because obviously I lost the other one. So I'll put those away. Then I want to have one thing of needles. I've got two here, so I'm just going to keep one and put one away. Then I have earbuds. You only need one set of earbuds, so I like to have those in there if I'm somewhere and I want to listen to music, obviously. I have some pins. I don't think I'm going to need those in there, so I'm going to put those away. You should always have lotion. Before you start a project and after you've finished working on a project, you could cream in your hands. And don't be like me and not do that and then get your knuckles splitting because you haven't creamed in. And all I do is whenever I go to a little, whether it be a hotel or where they have samples, I just grab a little sample one and throw it in my knitting. Then I have my gauge for my knitting needles, so I know what size I have. That I just put in the middle. Now, I'm going to be right back. Okay, I'm back. So what I went to do was I went and got my crochet hook and holder. I kind of got a few to put all these crochet hooks that were loose in my bag in here. Geez, I may not be able to zip this up. There, I'll zip it partially. So all these crochet hooks can go in. And like I said, I have quite a few different sizes. I'm kind of a collector, I guess you would say. So all those crochet hooks can go in there. And then this can just go in the middle of my knitting bag. Then I got a little bag here. Oh, that's not good. I just ripped my little bag. Let's try again. Okay, just a little snack bag. And I'm going to put all my safety pins in there. Now I use safety pins to hold on appliques. I also use these big pins as my stitch holders when I'm knitting, and they fit in here as well. There's some more. This one is from a kilt. I don't know what happened to the quilt, but I got the kilt, but I got the pin for it. So all these I put in a little and I use those for stitch markers, stitch holders. Now the other thing I'm going to put in there is I have my crocheting stitch markers. Okay, so those will go in. I got a few of those. And then I have some knitting stitch place markers on your needles. And I made those. They're really cute. I like them. I think they add character to the thing. And then these are the little things you put on the end of your knitting needles so that your stitches don't fall off. So I put those in my knitting bag as well. Okay. And then you want to have a pen and a pencil. You don't need more than one set. And then, pardon me, you of course need a pair of scissors. And then I also do loom knitting. So I'm going to get another little bag. And I have all my loom knitting hooks and needles, and I'll put those in a bag so I can find those. There we go. And then, like I said, I put my little tiny, these are the very short circular knitting needles. I put those in my bag. And these are my cardboards that I use to make tassels. So I put those in my bag. And then you gotta have sweets. Every now and then you just gotta have a mint. So, to recap, now that it's all organized, we will start all over. We have darning needles that I keep at the top of my bag. 2 of them right there in the lining so I can get them really quick. We have, in the little pocket in the bag, we have a measuring tape. We have different size pins. or sorry, not pins, needles. And we have a vanilla MasterCard, just in case there's something we gotta buy. We have earbuds so that we can listen to music while we're working on our crafts. We have our container, our pouch of crochet hooks. We have our bag of buttons and snaps and safety eyes. We have our knitting needle measurement ruler, I guess. We have D-rings for using on dog sweaters. We have assorted stitch holders, crochet stitch placers, and knitting needle placement loops. We have our cardboard for making tassels. We have a set of scissors, lotion to use before and after we start a project, a pen and a pencil if we have to jot things down, our loom knitting needles and hooks, our small circular knitting needles, and candy if we need something. And that is what lives in my knitting and crocheting bag. And then we simply zip it up, or not. We simply zip it up, and we're good to go on the road. We grab this, someone says knitting, crocheting, we grab this, a ball of wool, and we can be creative as heck. So, thanks for watching. Hit that like, subscribe, and if you want notifications whenever I do videos, hit the little bell. Sorry it's been so long between videos, but I have had a horrible virus. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.